I uh, I saw this clip where Benjamin Netanyahu, a couple generals, and a scientist were standing in a room, and the scientist is telling the prime minister there um, that they can make a ton of lab-grown meat a day, and then it shows a clip of them cutting this meat, and it's still moving, like as if it's alive, and it can feel the blade cutting through it. And then I saw another clip from, I think, the Joe Rogan show. And in this clip, it talks about how in the 1980s, I think it was, that they found the uh, what was it? The Ark of the Covenant, maybe? I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was underneath, buried underneath where supposedly Christ was crucified, and his blood ran down the cross and through the ground and onto this object. I can't remember what it was, into the wood of it, and they got the DNA out of it, and they tested it, and they found that there's no paternal DNA in it, and it's alive, right? So like when you bleed, right, your blood that leaves your body, it dies, right? Like it dies right away. Like his blood was still alive, and there's only maternal DNA, right? No paternal, meaning there's no father, right? Only had genes from a mother. So so knowing what time we're in, right? We're in the season that Satan's loosed. Knowing that the Jews that say they are Jews are not Jews. Knowing that the synagogue of Satan is a very real thing. Knowing that the six-pointed star is not the Star of David. It is one of the seals of Solomon, right? Knowing all these things, like you can put together what I'm saying. Do you think that they're so evil that they've been saving the blood of Christ to use it for lab-grown meat? You know what I'm saying? Like Jesus steaks. You think they would do that? I mean, they're making lab-grown meat because they know that the book of Revelation, at least, is real, right? I mean, they know that all the animals are about to die. They know that the earth is going to go through major horrifying changes, and that's why they call it climate change, because, to cover up that it's really just God's wrath, right? So it just makes me think, like, is that what that's showing you? Is the ton of meat that they can grow a day? It's a horrible thing to think about, but usually the worst things are the things that are real, because it's able to be real, right? I just saw 5 rabbits on my way to work, like spread out. I live in a city. It's kind of rare. And for some reason, it made me think right away of the fact that the blood moons and the eclipses, they mirror each other. January 11th this year, right? Like it already happened. And it just got me thinking, like, what if it's like a mirror in reality? Like on those days, now going in reverse, if you were doing good or feeling happy or good circumstances happened on those days, then on the mirror side days, you would not have good days, and you would not be happy, and bad circumstances would happen to you. It's really strange because like that popped right into my head, and I started thinking about it, and it's like, yeah, this year it was around like the first week or so that was like really good, like up until my birthday, you know, and a couple days after. And then everything started getting worse and worse and worse. And, you know, times are getting harder and harder without solutions. And it just made me think, like, what if this is happening to every person? And they're just obviously not going to come to this conclusion because they don't know about January 11th and the blood moon patterns. But, like, I could totally be happening. You know, like, as we get closer to, you know, the reign of the Antichrist, like time itself starts becoming evil. Like everything, I feel like everything gets corrupted. Right? Just like in the days of Noah, right? Like, it's in all animals, all people, all plants, right? Yeah, so that was like 100% confirmation, March 12th, yesterday, that the dragon that I met in the sun when I left my body in 2005, it's the same one. Like it has to be. It's the same eye, same skin. So the biggest question is, why is it always watching me and not contacting me or interacting with me at all, other than watching from afar, right? Like, is he not allowed to interfere with my life, or like direct communication while I'm in the flesh suit? That's what it seems like. While I'm in this flesh, then nothing could really harm me. Like in sleep paralysis, yeah, but you're not really in your flesh. Like, I mean, you're pulled a couple inches out of it. But yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe it's because he can't interact in the 3D realm. You know, depending on what that thing is, right? Like, I mean, if that was actually God, that's what God looks like, right? And that's who was in the burning bush, and that's who messed up the face of Moses when he was face to face with him. If that's the same thing, right? If that dragon is God, the creator God, what Israelites call Jehovah and what Muslims call Allah. I mean, if that's that, then that makes me Jesus, right? I mean, if I talk to it, if I'm still seeing it, if it's trying to contact me still, or whatever it's doing, I'm not really 100% on that, but like, would that not make me the Christ, right? If eventually this thing's gonna kill me, I'll be a sacrifice just like Jesus was before, right? That's what I'm getting from this. Or it's the opposite, right? It's the devil. It's Satan, the dragon Satan. If it's that, then I would be the Antichrist, right? Like whatever way, I'm like a universal representative of the dragon, right? Whatever the dragon is, if it's good or evil, it's trying to use me as a medium, isn't it? I mean, well, from my own point of view, that's what it seems like. Like it's either speaking to me and I can't hear it, or it's literally speaking through me and I don't know it, right? But there's a lot of videos I made where I'm speaking and it's like I just go talking, and you can see him in the clouds behind me, almost as if he's like making me say the words I'm saying, right? So like that, it could be that. It could be that I'm like a representative or an ambassador or something like that. Check out these turkeys. Hey! That's crazy.